You don't wanna never count yourself out, make it a great one. Just be sure to leave out the doubt, time to wake up.
Hi, I'm Tash, author and illustrator of Exit Without Leaving. Most leaders think they understand their business until they go to draw it on paper, and as you look at it, it becomes more and more complex. And when you can't clearly see how your company is structured, you can't clearly see where it's breaking, or more importantly, where it can grow. Maybe you've heard this phrase before. Simplicity scales, complexity fails. Today I want to show you why understanding your business structure is one of the most important leadership skills you can develop. Because when you get this right, you can eliminate confusion, prevent bottlenecks, and create alignment across your entire organization. No matter how big or small your business is, you can come back to these 6 categories that I want to show you. But before I do, I want to just describe why structure is so important. It creates clarity. It defines who does what, how work flows from one side of the business to the other, who makes decisions. And without structure, people duplicate work. They assume someone else is handling it, or they operate in these silos, as in one department does this and then it just dies there, or the communication doesn't go across the board. And you start to see these kind of collapse in your business where customers start to see it, or employees get frustrated because it's not set up well. And structure is normally the foundation that actually allows you to patch these things up. Every business, no matter the size or industry, can be broken down into these 6 categories. So as I show you these, I want you to think about this, because at the end, I'm going to challenge you to write your own structure out and to put each function into one of these categories. So as I talk about these 6 different categories, I'm actually going to write these out so you can see them, but I'm also going to tell you and show you how they integrate into each other. So first, there's marketing. Most of the time we understand what marketing is, we have a good idea, but essentially what it is creating brand awareness. This is to help branding, content, all these different things like social media, advertising, and everything in which you message, how you message about your company or how you relate to others about your company will fall into marketing. The thing to think about with marketing is not so much do we have a marketing person, or what is our marketing campaigns or branding. I want you to think about it in the sense of just these simple words. What do people think when they see my brand? So if you're more of a blue-collar service-based industry like mechanic shop or a roofing business, the way in which your trucks look, the way in which your equipment looks is marketing. If you have billboards or digital ads, this is marketing. The way in which you post on your own personal social media is marketing. Okay, so a lot of things fit in the marketing besides the traditional, I'm going to do billboards and ads. There's so much more to marketing than that. Then from marketing, typically this gets us into sales. Sales is about converting the opportunities that you had from marketing. So the second category is sales. And again, each one of these is a function of the business, and it helps you define where your structure is, where your weak points are, where your strengths are. So I want you to think about sales as far as quoting, proposals, follow-ups. It's also relationship building, and of course, closing deals. And if sales overpromises something that operations can't deliver, everyone feels the pain, and you know what I'm talking about, which gets us to our next category, operations. Operations basically delivers the promise. It's the how to your business. How you deliver, how you talk to your customers, how you get them the end product. So this could be production, it could be service delivery, logistics, customer support, and quality control, all fit under operations. Weak operations create delays, rework, and frustrated customers. And so when you're thinking about your business and you're saying, well, what function does this fall into? As soon as you get it into the operations category, you can start to ask really good questions and say, well, why does it slow down once it gets to our warehouse? Or why does it slow down once it gets to quality control? And you can start to ask really good questions to figure out where you have a problem within your structure. The next one is finance. Finance basically fuels smart decision making. So we typically think of finance as like accounts payable, the accounts receivables, And we think about it as far as like, we just need to get the right inventory, we need to pay our staff. But I want you to think of finance a little bit differently. I want you to think about budgeting, cash flow. Each month, are we actually making enough cash flow to where we could reinvest? Are we forecasting? Do we have some sort of outcomes that we're measuring within our finance system? Every department relies on finance for clarity. Think about it. If your marketing doesn't have a budget, how do they know where their highest priorities should be? And if they don't have a budget, and you've probably been here before, you'll see that the cost will go up, 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 because you haven't really said you need to prioritize what we're gonna do this year in order to grow our business. And without it, without finance, nobody knows what they can spend, hire, or how they can plan. So finance is fueling a lot of your business. Now, the next two I wanna go over are, you can see that they're kind of off to the side. The reason for this is because a lot of experts won't say that these are necessities. But again, I want you to think about this as people wearing multiple hats, of course, as you're growing. But as you grow and you become larger and larger as a business, you'll become more expert driven, meaning people will start to do just that one function. And this is how you'll scale past some of your biggest growth challenges. So the first one I want to show you is HR. And if you're like me, my throat just got itchy because I'm a little allergic to the term HR. Here's what I mean by it. HR is basically the people or person that builds the team. They're in charge of recruiting, onboarding, development, performance reviews, or at least helping your leadership with their performance reviews, compliance such as safety, and culture. They're supposed to have their eye on the ball, thinking about your culture and your people development all the time. So no matter what you call this department or function of your business, you should be thinking about how do we get the right people, build the right people, and empower the right people. So this function ensures that you have the right people in the right seats. And here's the thing, if someone's wearing multiple hats in your business right now, and one of them is HR and maybe the other one is somewhere in the operational side, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to have clear ways to help them understand what their job is and what they do. And in this illustration, I just want to show you that essentially HR is supporting each other function of your business. All right, now for the last one. The last one is something that over the last few decades has become more and more apparent that if you don't integrate this into your business, that it will start to collapse. And technology, unfortunately, for some, and fortunately for others, depending on which side you fall on, is just a part of business. This includes efficiency. If you think about it in terms of tangibles, it's software, it's automation, it's communication tools, right? Like an operational software showing where each project is. It's cybersecurity, and this is becoming more and more important. No matter how small you are, make sure that you have some sort of security on your emails, on your website. And it's also data management. If you've ever had trouble trying to figure out where broken links are in your business, hopefully technology, also being a support mechanism for your business, will be able to help you figure out what data is coming back from your business, such as if you have a broken link within your operations, it can hopefully tell you where that broken link is and why. So technology becomes a support mechanism for the rest of your business as well. So when you look at your business and you say, okay, what is the problem? Put it into each category. When you're thinking about the functions of your business, put them into a category, one of these 6, and then start asking the right questions in each category. Do we have the right messaging and marketing? Are we attracting the right audience? Why every time when we go to sales, we're not capitalizing on the sale? Why every time we go to sales, we're getting the wrong people? Go back to your marketing. So you can start to see how each one of these tie together. Now remember, your business is a living system. The better you understand this, the better you can lead it. So here's what I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to draw your own structure. Put every function into one of these 6 categories and ask yourself what's missing. Where are we slow? Who needs clarity? And just a tidbit, don't make this a every so often or a reactive thing. After you grow, then you try to scramble to figure it out. No, make this a proactive thing. Do it every year. Think about as you grow or where you want to go, what are we gonna need, and start thinking about each category of your business. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You can contact us at connect@consultlivingwater.com and get free access to our online community for more resources.
Meet Bob. Bob buys Exit Without Leaving. And that's it. No action, no change. Just another dusty book in the graveyard of good intentions. Bob's business didn't exit. It just left. Now meet Jason. Same book, different story. Instead of using it as a paperweight, he tries the ideas. Wild concept, right? He tailors the principles, teaches his team, and suddenly, boom, growth, freedom, a business that finally works, without him working 24/7. Exit Without Leaving. Not just another business book, the one you actually use. Don't be Bob. Pre-order now. Build healthy leaders. Don't be Bob.